By the way, Syph, I got bad news. The reggaeton thing didn't work out, man.
I didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
That was my way in, though.
We tried.
It faded, though.
Nori,
Shout out to Nori, but it didn't work out.
Tried to make it reggae, but it just didn't happen.
It just didn't pop off like that.
I almost had Vybz Kartel on Rock. Forget it.
Back
it would
then?
have been a fucking...
Vybz Kartel was around back then?
Yo, have you ever truly listened to Vybz Kartel?
Of course.
He's Eminem of Jamaica.
I almost had him on Blueprint 3. We tried 3 different hooks.
Really?
Yeah.
Which song?
Somewhere.
I forget.
Those. Yeah, I know.
Where they at?
Yeah,
in the studio?
Yeah. Guru has them.
Wow. He couldn't come. He sent them?
No, he was there. He came to
that was before the
mic.
problem.
Yeah.
Vybz Kartel?
Yes.
Vybz Kartel represents Marvin Sparks. I know he have the talks that the ladies want.
An interview with Jay-Z where he said that he worked with you on the Blueprint 3. But it's since come out that there may be there's been a bit of confusion around it. Can you clear that up at all?
Yeah, well, I never worked on the Blueprint 3.
Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I never worked on a Blueprint before. I think that's for architects.
So it's supposed to, because they were saying that it's meant to be Mavado or something like that, so I'm not too sure about that one. All right. The other day, Jay-Z said about that he worked with Vybz Kartel, but I see Julian's tweets the other day, and I've seen stuff about that it was actually you.
Yeah.
So you worked with Jay-Z for tracks on the Blueprint 3. Can you tell us a bit more about that? What kind of tracks were they?
Well, we did a couple of tracks. That was 2 years ago, right?
Last year.
No. 2 years ago. It was 2008.
Mm.
You know what I mean? The ending of 2008. You know what I mean? And we did probably 3 songs together.
Okay.
But then I don't know what went wrong with Jay-Z, or I don't know what went wrong with what.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But my manager just tell me about the whole thing, and I was like, hey, just a laugh, because I'm just know some of us, we keep on working, and we're putting out our work, and we are the best.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And Jay-Z know that. That's the reason why Jay-Z sent for Mavado. Big up Jay-Z too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But speaking of Mavado, we saw you two both do the West Kingston Jamboree last year around this sort of time. But I mean, since then, we haven't. We thought we were going to see maybe a bit more performances. What's the current status between you two? Are you friends? Are we going to get any songs or anything like that?
Recently, when we were both locked up, you know what I mean, we were in the same cell, and the other prisoners were in shock because of the way we were talking to each other and earning jokes and like that. So you have to understand, this business of music is, as I said, it's a business. You know what I mean? And rivalry will be in the music, but separate and apart from that, Mavado and myself have no beef. I'm a vegetarian.
So would you say the whole thing was just blown out of proportion then, by the media and that?
Yes, it was, but media always does that. That's what the media does. They blow things out of proportion. You know what I mean? So the media is a big C4 waiting to explode with information, and then the media lives off sensationalizing things. So, you know what I mean? It was just a big blown out of proportion situation where it was even hurtful for the artists at one point in time, because people were actually making into this war thing and not booking us for shows and, the whole security thing. So it was really a fault of the media.
Because, it did look like it got quite heated and, things between you were quite problematic. Things that were said on record were quite harsh towards each other.
We are hardcore dancehall artists. And the music has elevated from where Bounty and Needham left it in every way, shape, and form. Meaning, if you're going to hear war lyrics, it's going to be extreme warfare. You know what I mean? If you're going to hear a gun song, it's going to be extreme gun song. So that's what really, I would say, tricked the people and made us believe that Vybz Kartel and Mavado were these big warring factions like the Israelis and the Gaza. it's not anything like that or anything near to that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it was like a big game then, really.
But it has to be because music is fun, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, music in its purest form is just fun. You know what I mean? And it's entertainment. It's for entertainment only. That's what you see written on the poker boxes in the casinos. That is what is written on the music done by Vybz Kartel and Mavado. It's for entertainment only. If you should take it up on your head and do anything out of the way, it depends on the artist. Well, you have to face the consequence for your actions because we have laws and rules that govern the country.
I hear that. So, any songs together? We're gonna get any?
Yeah, man, definitely. Early next year because the reason why we didn't even actually go in the studio because of the hectic schedule between both artists because when he's not in the island, I'm in the island. When I'm not in the island, he's away. Sometimes when we're both in the island, we have so much things doing. It's like hard to really get in touch with the artist, you know? So we were even speaking about that while we were in custody and planning this whole song. We're going to do like 4 or so songs, you know what I mean? One hardcore dancehall song and a song about unity and love and, you know, the whole cliche stuff.
Oh, seen. Right, that's gonna be big. Look forward to hearing that.
Yeah, man. Massive.
Yeah.
We no afraid of, no bull book, no do big anchor. Go for your army, go for your tanker. Go for your go for your Marvin Sparks, you can't conquer. Hey, come touch me now. Touch about Anna. Come touch me now. Touch about Anna. Come touch me now. Touch about Anna. In a bully Marvin Sparks, and you go.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds
No,
good.
the problem with sidebar real quick. The problem with Vybz Kartel is that he's speaking in Jamaican slang and has an accent. But if you read his rhymes,
Retarded.
it's hard to read because the flow is all crazy. My goal,
Like that.
my goal in life, which will never ever happen, is to get Eminem and Vybz Kartel on a song together.
Why do you feel he's that wild that you feel like
Ill, sick. Yeah.
You know,
Who's
I
in your
make a bunch of
playlist?
playlists. Oh, forget it. Tom York.
I
Tom York, Prodigy to the other Prodigy from Mobb Deep to, everything. I just like good music.
do you listen to a lot of music?
Oh yeah,
You have an iPod?
yeah.
Like when you're
a
on
bunch of them. Like I bought every iPod that ever came out.
Who loads it for
It's
you?
disrespectful.
Do you load your own iPod?
Of course.
No. You sit at a laptop. Jay-Z sits at his Apple laptop, I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
I actually know how to use a laptop.
No, I'm saying I'm sure you load some stuff in, but do you ever give like your iPod to Mr. C and tell him to put like
I try to get him, but he never comes through with me. I try to get him to give me all the fresh reggae
No,
mixes.
his fucking Mr. Seal.
Yo, one day him and Flex sent me a bunch of Cold Crush though. They sent me a ton
tapes?
of it. Yeah. And that's the only thing they came through on. Usually when I ask him, he's like, I got you, Brooklyn. And he never does.